have a tradition at Artistree that we let our seniors get together to choose a show that really speaks to them. Obviously, Peter and I go into that decision-making process. But I have to say before I started researching the show in July, I have to say Hair was one of my least favorite musicals of all time. I didn't want to see children on stage, pretending to take drugs, and just not my favorite. But they wanted to do it so badly. My husband loves the show, so I gave in and said, all right, we're going to find a way to put a spin on this that just has a little more depth to it. And as I started really digging in, I realized that this isn't a show about the drug culture. This is a show about a tribe of people protesting something that they are fiercely against. They are fiercely against war and killing and violence, and very much for peace and love and harmony. I got the electric blues, got the electric blues.
Well, this is my first lead, first of all, so it's very exciting. My parents were kind of concerned because they're like, are you going to be able to take up a big role like this? But the thing about this show is that it's very loose. There's a lot of improv, and I personally love improv. Hey, well, we got a cutie over here now, don't we?
My character's name is Claude, and his main struggle and plot in the show is that he gets drafted. He's trying to decide if he should go and follow his parents' wishes, or if he should stay and stay with his friends and stay with the tribe and keep protesting. Where do I go? Follow my heartbeat. Where do I go? When I first started, I didn't think I was going to be able to relate to him as much as I did, but once you do research, you find out how similar some of the people in the 60s were, and all the stuff they were protesting, how kind of similar it is to some stuff today that people want and want to protest.
I play Jeannie. She's a pregnant teenager in the tribe. She just moving along, living her life. She's just sweet, and I try to be sweet. So try.
I play Sheila. She has this very, very fiery personality and wants to change the world and wants to make her voice heard.
I play Chrissy, and basically her role in the show is she's kind of waiting for love. She's in love with this guy, Frank Mills, and she waits for him in the same spot every single day because of a small interaction they had.
He lives in Brooklyn somewhere and wears this white crash helmet.
I was really excited actually because I've never done a show that's so far on the edge. We really cut as minimal stuff as possible.
I actually had never heard of this show before. I don't know how I feel about the drugs and the adult content. It's just kind of how the show is. The show wouldn't be what it is without it.
It's definitely one of the hardest acting performances I've ever had to do.
I mean, personally, I've never played a role so demanding emotionally, so it's definitely something new for me. It's something that I had to practice and had to try new things with every time we would rehearse it. But I'd say also it's about finding the hope and about finding the almost joy in some parts of the sad situations, because yes, what happens at the end of the show is sad, but at the same time it's inspiring.
I think it was a heavy process, discovering who your character was and then what their emotions would be at certain times. And at the end, a lot of us do cry, and those are real tears. Those are tears of how would you feel if this just happened to your friend? And it's also tears of just that was so emotionally draining.
I've worked harder on this one than anything else that I have done, simply because of the gravity of the subject matter. It's really important to me that I make sure that my students understand every piece of text that they say, and that means I have to understand it. With the 50th anniversary of Woodstock this summer, I sort of immersed myself in that, and we did a lot of talking and a lot of crying and a lot of laughing.
And I feel the hair especially really helps me get into it, because this is basically a prop for me. So when I'm walking, it's swaying around, so then that gets me into my posture as I walk.
The hair, my old wig, it was so everywhere. It was all in my face. I couldn't find the front, I couldn't find the back. It was just everywhere. So this hair, this wig, it's all better.
I love the clothes in this show. They make me so excited. And I think it's just different a little bit character to character.
Yeah.
Because Chula is a student and she's a little bit more like a little bit further from the super, super hippie side.
The style of the show is so like free that I just felt like the costumes really became a part of us, and now it's just like I don't see it as like costumes, I just see it as like the tribe getting ready.
I wore the bump for the whole rehearsal process just because that was a big part of my character, being pregnant, and I needed to practice with that. But I think that like a lot of the transformation into my character was just with the research that was done and like watching videos like of Woodstock.
This was really cool. We had a guest, Arbender Robinson, come in who was on Hair and Broadway, and he did a master class with us. I've never done that in any other performing arts places. So Heather really likes to immerse her actors and really make them comfortable with the uncomfortable.
At Artistree, it's just so welcoming, and it's such a good community that you don't feel nervous to like, you know, belt out some crazy high note or do like improv or whatever.
Yeah, Artistree is just really a special place because not only have Heather and Peter like been my mentors and taught me all that I know about theater, but also like I've met all of my best friends here, and it is like a tribe, so that's how it relates to hair. Like it is like,
Yeah.
Next year or this year, it's like my 10th year being here, which is crazy to think about. It's the family that like you make here. Like you are emotionally, like I'm attached to Heather Capelle right now, and Peter, of course.
I was actually counting earlier, this is my 11th full show with Artistree, and there's truly nothing like it. Like I look forward to it every week. Like it's what gets me through the school week.
My entire high school career wouldn't have been the same without it. I found my best friends here, and I love this place so much. The shows here are always fantastic. I am always just blown away by what we accomplish.
It's really made me love the theater, and I think that without Artistree, I probably wouldn't have discovered my true passion.
I'm a musical theater geek. I love it. It's my home, it's my craft, but this deserved more attention and to make sure that they understood how to tell a truthful and accurate story.